doctorate represents the pinnacle of academic achievement, and the learning experience at this level is fundamentally different from anything that precedes it. So what exactly sets studying for the DBA apart from a master's level programme? I'm Paul Ellwood, a professor specialising in doctoral education, and for over a decade I've led international DBA programmes and supported experienced managers and executives as they transition into the world of doctoral research. In this podcast series, I examine what the DBA pathway offers senior professionals. Previous episodes have explored the differences between a DBA and a PhD, along with the motivations that often drive senior leaders to embark on doctoral research. In this episode, I explore some significant differences between the routines of master's level study and those required to complete a DBA. At master's level, the curriculum is structured to teach you the established body of knowledge within your discipline. At this stage, lecturers curate the material and organise it into modules. A common reading list provides a shared foundation for the whole class. Learning is then delivered through lectures, cases, simulations and other structured activities that encourage you to apply theory to practice. Your work experience enriches these discussions. In fact, part-time master's students who hold full-time managerial roles often contribute the most insightful organisational examples. If you're considering a DBA, you've likely already experienced this dynamic. You've acted as the boundary spanner between an established academic theory and your own professional practice. But a DBA transforms this relationship with knowledge in a profound way. At master's level, you are a consumer of knowledge. At doctoral level, you will be a producer of knowledge. The first major difference you will notice is that you, and not your lecturers, become responsible for discovering, selecting and critically evaluating the research relevant to your chosen topic. To support your research work, you will also be allocated 2 individual thesis research supervisors who will critique your scholarship, challenge your assumptions and generally push your thinking. You will also receive far more extensive training in empirical research than is required at master's level. Many candidates arrive having completed a master's dissertation or a capstone project, but this is merely a preview of what doctoral research entails. A DBA thesis is not simply a longer master's dissertation. It is held to a fundamentally higher standard of originality and methodological rigour. While a master's dissertation might take 6 months, a DBA typically spans 4 years, and the depth of inquiry reflects that timescale. Now, most DBA candidates conduct their research within their own organisations. This places you in the privileged and sometimes challenging position of the insider researcher. This dual role means you are a senior professional with deep contextual understanding of the organisational challenges under investigation and who is delivering on the day jobs, and simultaneously a scholar tasked with producing independent, objective and methodologically robust research on those very same challenges. This combination of the scholar and the practitioner generates unique insights, but it also creates particular tensions. The issues studied at DBA level are more strategic, more politically nuanced, and more intertwined with organisational dynamics than the typical master's project. Balancing academic independence with organisational realities becomes an integral part of your research journey. That journey will take a longer time span than your master's, and the cumulative nature of the DBA will demand a fundamentally different approach to study deadlines. master students can, understandably, find themselves satisficing learning on a module. That is just doing enough to stay afloat when other commitments intensify. And within the modular structure of a master's programme, this is often manageable. A DBA, however, does not allow for this pattern of study. Doctoral research unfolds across years, not modules. Momentum matters. You cannot blitz a chapter or sprint through a few intense weeks of study to compensate for lost time. Your supervisors will consistently encourage a steady, sustainable pace, one that allows ideas to mature and research decisions to be taken thoughtfully rather than reactively. The challenge is not simply one of carving out a fixed number of hours each week. Rather, it involves cultivating new habits of independent, self-regulated learning and developing ways to weave research into the fabric of your professional practice. How to achieve this balance while meeting your many other responsibilities will be the focus of the next episode in this series.